Join now and your first month is free. Whether you're chasing a buzzer beater or your everyday goals, we've got next level amenities like red light recovery and hydro massage to help you rebound and recover. Plus, with the PF Black Card, you can bring a friend anytime and access over 2,800 locations. Join now for $1 down, $24.99 a month, and get your first month free. No commitment. Deal ends Friday, March 13th. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and right now at Koppel, we are offering big discounts on all of our inventory. 2026 GMC Terrains are leasing at $279 per month or buy for $27,690. 2026 Canyon is leasing for $269 or buy for $40,980. Also right now, all new Equinox EVs and all half-ton trucks are starting at $12,000 off MSRP. These are just a few examples of some of the aggressive pricing going on right now at Koppel. Please stop on in or check us out at koppelcars.com. All leases with $2,500 down and with a roof credit.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Electrical Enterprises in Roca reminds you, the men and women of our military dedicate themselves to serving our country. Their commitment and courage keep our country safe and strong. Let us honor those who have lost their lives in the line of duty and salute those who serve today. This from Electrical Enterprises in Roca. For all of your residential and commercial electrical construction needs, call 402-438-5822. They care about our United States veterans and active military personnel.
It's basketball season, and Salt Mine City is your pregame and postgame headquarters in the Haymarket for craft beers and great food. Get ready for the game with their big, fatty 7-ounce hamburger or try a Reuben sandwich served on Blackstone rye bread. And don't forget their beef or chicken nachos with guacamole, sour cream, jalapenos, and more. Wash it down with one of their 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager. Salt Mine City, your basketball headquarters, now open at 2 p.m. Monday through Thursday and 11 a.m. Friday through Sunday at 8th and R.
Tune in to Outside the Box from 4 to 5 p.m. for everything you need to know about the Lincoln Stars. Join head coach Rocky Russo and play-by-play voice Alex Fern as they sit down with special player guests to tell the story of the Lincoln Stars and give you all the news and notes you need from around the USHL. That's Outside the Box with the Lincoln Stars on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. When it comes to concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction doesn't stall. They go for the takedown. As Nebraska's full-service concrete contractor, they stay in bounds, hold inside position, and never forfeit quality. Whether it's foundations, flatwork, or concrete coatings, they elevate performance and pin down results that win every time. Stevens & Smith Construction is a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket. Because when it's time to wrestle with concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction slams expectations. If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at gainatrucking.com.
Take your approach and line it up. This is Beyond the Lanes on 93.7 The Ticket. Join Nebraska bowlers Haley Swindle and Desiree Buchert as they take you through their season and beyond. Beyond the Lanes is sponsored by Red Zone Bar and Grill. Here are your hosts, Haley Swindle and Desiree Buchert.
Welcome in, 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. We're here, 1040 O Street, Lincoln, Nebraska. Desiree and Haley are here. Well, we had half of them here last week. Desiree had something come up, and that's just how life comes. We Haley stepped in here and was like, "Oh, she's not gonna be here." I'm like, you know what? We're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work, and it was fun. It's just how we did. Big Red Invite was, behind you guys. You guys had a week. Desiree, before we go any further, first, talk a little bit about the Big Red Invite from your standpoint, since you weren't here last week, and then also give a shout out to a couple of housekeeping items.
I really enjoyed the Big Red Invite. Again, there was a lot of people that showed up, and then also having the big teams there was kind of exciting. And I think, I don't know, it's my favorite event every year, I guess.
Yeah, but the crowd was electric. Friday I was there. You guys started off hot and ended up third place. And Wichita State got second. Jack State is Jack State. They're going to win. They're really good, but hey, there's another chance to get them down the line. Give a shout out to Red Zone and Insomnia while we're out of here. Who's got housekeeping here? Looks like Desiree's getting it this week.
Are you craving the ultimate game day experience? Red Zone Sports Bar and Grill has your front row seat. Dive into delicious wings, juicy burgers, and frosty drinks, all served up with TVs covering every inch of the walls, so you'll never miss the play. Rally your crew, cheer your team on, and take advantage of the game night specials every week. Stop in for a Nebraska basketball game with a party of 4 or more and receive a free pitcher of beer. Red Zone Sports Bar and Grill, right by the Lincoln Airport at 3111 Northwest 12th Street.
There you go. Solid. And let's see, look at that. And then Insomnia Cookies.
And thank you, Insomnia Cookies, for delicious cookies.
Sorry, that's the first time I read this one.
Yeah, it's a little different. Yeah, there it is. There's the spread, and they're packaged nicely and everything. Highlight of the week. No,
yep. Well, if someone gave me the paper sooner, I would have been ready.
That's all right. You sound fine. You sound fine. Sound fine to me. Got it done. What's done? But you guys came back from Greensboro. Made the trip. You get a home trip, stay at home for a week, and then back on the road. Back on the road at Greensboro, North Carolina for the Stallings Invite, hosted by North Carolina A&T. I mean, it's a successful weekend. Third place, facing some familiar teams. I have the results in front of me. Some teams you haven't really seen, but there's a couple of them that are still pretty good as the season goes on. Conference USA, as we mentioned, very, very strong across the board. Just kind of recap what the weekend was like from start to finish. You make the trip out there. Obviously, getting back in the routine of making the road trip across the country. Just recap of just what stood out throughout the weekend down there in North Carolina.
On Friday I think we had our best Friday that we've ever had. I can't remember how much we were over by, but I think we were in second. I think we were like 60 pins out of first from Jax. So it was a really good day. Saturday, it was like, it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't like Friday, I don't think. So we stayed in second, but we dropped from Jax. Like, there was really no catching them. And then Sunday was a little rough to begin with. We lost our match with Jax. Then we lost the match with Youngstown. Then we won with North Carolina A&T for third place. And then the travel back home was brutal. We didn't get back till 4 a.m. last night. Or this morning.
This morning?
This morning.
Why was that? Just the snow or?
Just kept getting delayed.
Yeah. We weren't supposed to leave till like 9 or 10. Or 9. And then it got pushed back to like 10:30. And then we didn't get out of there till like a little after 11. And we got here in Omaha. And then we had to wait for our bags. And then we got on the bus. And it was just...
So you guys got back to Lincoln, or you just got back at 4:00. You didn't go to...
We got back to our home, like our homes at 4. We got back to the Union probably about 3:30. And then after like taking all our stuff inside and then driving to our places, didn't get back
to
about
4 o'clock. And then here you guys are less than 24 hours removed from that moment. Still tired? Pretty tired? I mean, I would be if that's how it went down. What time are you guys supposed to get back?
11, I think.
Wow.
Or 12.
4 a.m. That is nuts. I was asleep at that time. I will say that. Most people were probably asleep, more than likely. But yeah, that is quite the adventure. But so let's go back to Friday. 5-0 after day one. Get those wins behind you, and just how much does that help going forward? Because you're in a routine. You're facing a lot of teams that you're familiar with. You're kind of in the routine. The season's kind of running. There's running out of time here. The regular season here now. Starting 5-0, playing. Do you believe you guys are playing some of your best ball right now?
I think so. Yes, definitely Friday for sure. We were really good with our spare percentages, which is something the coaches do want to harp on us, and they have a high standard for our spares, and I believe that we met them. And I don't think that we have been either at the numbers at all the rest of the season as a team together.
And I mean, you guys just kept going the next day too. I mean, you guys were just on a roll. I mean, when you guys are clicking, do you guys kind of feel that? Like, it's like in sports, like in your And like basketball, when you just make one shot, it's just contagious. Do you guys feel that across the board? Like, hey, somebody makes a strike or gets a spare and you go, okay, I can do that too. Does that kind of just flow through the team?
I would say so.
I guess how do you know when you guys have that feeling? Because like, it's like, you step up there, you have all the confidence in the world, feels like everything's going right. How do you keep that momentum going? Because, one wrong move could derail that. How do you step up there and say, hey, I'm going to keep the good vibes going, keep the good things, good graces going? How do you keep contributing to that and keeping just the ball moving?
I would say probably keeping our processes or like our pre-shot routine like the same and not getting too like ahead of ourselves or cocky, just staying grounded with each other and still like supporting each other and having each other's backs. And that's what I think.
Yeah, and if you have any questions for the ladies here, we're here with Desiree and Haley, Nebraska bowling team. If you saw them in Lincoln a couple weeks ago, Haley was telling me how you guys signed a bowling pin or something like that for a group of people. And then Kevin, the super fan, was there and whatnot. Big supporter. You see him. You probably catch him at almost every Nebraska sporting event and whatnot.
Yes.
But that was the big red invite. Successful weekend. If you saw them, if you have any questions for them, 402-464-5685. That is 402-464-5685. Or if you want to leave a comment on Facebook, YouTube, or X, formerly known as Twitter, if you're watching on Allo Channel 961. Plenty of different ways to get in contact with us here in the 93.7 The Ticket Studios. But yeah, you guys are on a roll there. I think it's ironic you guys run the Jack State. They almost are. I feel like you always see them no matter what. They're in this event. You guys are here, and that's just kind of how it is. And you guys are playing. How many times do you guys face them so far this year?
That was our 5th.
It should be 5.
5.
Yeah.
And how many events have you guys been in so far this year? Doing the math here, adding them up.
Not 9.
So half your season you've seen this team.
Yeah.
Does that get frustrating a little bit that you have to see the same team over and over sometimes? Or it's just like, hey, it's competitive. Hey, we get a chance to prove ourselves and show what we got. Because, it may not end up with a win, but hey, you can prove yourself that, hey, we can hang with these guys. And more than likely, we'll see them down the line.
I think it does. I don't think it gets annoying. I think it's good. And when we do see them, it's normally on Sunday, which is like placement. And so it's like, okay, well, hey, I'm top 4, so are they, or top 2. So you're bound to see them. So it's kind of like, okay, going in Friday, you're like, oh, we have a decent weekend. We're going to run into them on Sunday for sure. I don't really think we've ran into them any other day. Maybe from my memory, one tournament, I think we ran into them on a Friday. Besides that, I pretty much think it's Sundays that we mainly run into them.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a good problem to have because then you're playing the best of the best.
That's true.
What did you guys talk about before you faced them? Because, hey, like it's no secret that they are ranked number 1. There is no secret. They're in the same conference. You've seen them numbers of times. What was kind of the mindset going into playing a team like that once again? Because you mentioned it like, hey, it's not annoying. It's just, hey, it's another Sunday, just any given Sunday. Hey, we maybe have a chance to, give them a run for their money and show that like, hey, we do belong in this conversation.
Ooh.
I put you guys on the spot here.
Yeah.
Asking the tough questions here in 93.7 Ticket as always.
How we took it as is they're ahead of us in like standings. Obviously, they're number 1. So we have nothing to lose if we lose against them. It's not going to hurt our ranking, but they'll have something to lose if we do win. I think that's how we took it. So it's like, make the best shot you can, accept what happens out there. And, if you made the alignment or you made the shot that was asked of you and it doesn't go your way, that's all right. Fill the frame and keep going. But we had nothing technically to lose rank wise.
Exactly. And you're facing the best team. So it's not like it's a, hey, they're good for a reason. They were just here at Hollywood Bowl down the road, and they just perform at a high level. And you guys are able to show that, like, hey, we do belong in this conversation. Along with that, that's what Sunday came around. And like you said, you mentioned you played them on Sundays. And you guys faced Youngstown State, fall in that one as well. What was kind of the message after that? Go 0-2, Sunday, come in, you've got all those wins behind you the last 2 days. You go into Sunday and drop 2. I guess what was kind of the mindset after those 2? Because it's like, came in the tournament, winning all those matches and whatnot. And then those 2 kind of come up and it's like, oh, how do we want to remember ourselves this weekend? What was kind of the conversations like after that Youngstown State?
I don't remember the conversation that we had, but I know for me it's we don't need to lose anymore today. We didn't want to go 0-3, so we have done that before this season. So I think getting that win against NCAT,
just get out on a win.
Yeah, to end on a win was nice. And
that was it for the regular season too. You had one more match. Obviously, Jack State and Youngstown State are what they are. Then you get North Carolina A&T, the home. Was there a home presence for them because they have the host? Mm-hmm. So was it like the big red invite a little bit?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Was it compared to Hollywood Bowl? What was the bowling alley like? Like, was it bigger? Was it smaller? Was it about the same?
It was bigger. They had 40 lanes. Okay. So it was a little bit people were a little bit more spread out, but I mean, it was still pretty packed.
Yeah, I think there was 22 teams.
Yeah.
So it's still a solid, that evens out. Bigger 22 teams compared to 12 and whatnot, and bigger alley and whatnot. And then you have North Carolina A&T in the backyard. So, and you get to face them. That's funny how that is. You knew what it's like to have the home.
Second time, right?
Yeah, we faced them first match on Saturday.
Yeah.
But you face them on Sunday. This is the final match for both of you guys, and you get, you guys had a taste of what it's like to have the home crowd behind your back, and then a week later, you're the road team in the road environment facing the hometown team with what they have for there.
Yeah.
What's that like, kind of flipping the script there? Because you know what it's like to be have the Husker Nation behind you. Then you kind of flip the script and now we're the road team in this environment.
They were very loud.
Yeah.
And as they should be.
Yeah.
They're excited. They want to do well at their home tournament, just like everybody else. And so it's not just the team screaming. You have the parents are very involved as well. And it kind of, I think, heightens the match almost. It's I need to make this shot. So it doesn't look like they're running away with it on their home tournament.
Mm-hmm. How do you block out that noise when you get? It's kind of like stepping up to the free throw line in basketball. I would say it's kind of a good analogy for it, because you're kind of getting up there. They're obviously behind you. They're not waving their arms. And maybe in some world, maybe in a couple of years, they have the crowd behind the. I don't know if it's even possible, but hopefully that never happens, because that just seems weird. But yeah, you hit your step up there, you grab the ball, and then behind you got people making noise and whatnot, and saying whatever after your shot, before your shot. How do you kind of block that out as you step up there? 'Cause like I said, it's kind of like stepping up to the free throw line, because game's tied or whatnot. Free throw line, everything's precious points, just you and the ball and how you're going to score. Kind of the same in bowling. It's you, the ball, the lane's there, but you do have that little bit of noise behind you. How do you kind of block that out and get up there and just kind of okay, I'm going to stick to my routine?
For me, it's pretty easy to just drown out the noise. It all just kind of meshes into one for me. I don't really know how to explain it, but the sound's just all kind of blurred. That's
funny you mentioned that, because I was talking to Ridge and Kayla before, because they went to Albania to wrestle. So they were talking about how they didn't have a coach in their corner at times for this. So they talked about wrestling and how back, in college and high school and, youth league or whatever, they could pinpoint their coach or their dad or whatnot yelling. Is that the same for bowling? When you guys were at, the Big Red Invite, Haley, could you hear pinpoint, okay, that was my mom who said that or whatnot? Are you able to do that?
No, I'm really hard at hearing. So I can't also I can't really understand what people are saying. That's
good then. That's good then for the situation.
I just try to let myself hear me talk inside my head, if that makes sense.
I have a question here. It says, what is your favorite team to play this year so far, and what are your favorite moments of the regular season?
Favorite team to play?
It's tough because you have so many teams in your conference who are good. What is your favorite team just to compete against? Because the Big Ten football, when it's always oh, that's Iowa because of the rival. But for you guys, what's happening? And then what have you guys taken from this regular season?
I feel like a lot of us like to face Archie because we're very a lot of us are close with that team and we talk to them a lot. So I feel like it's easy to face them. And it's not okay, you won or we won. All right, great bowling, bye. It's no, we're going to sit there and chat and have fun no matter who won. So that's always a fun team to play against. And also because they blow the lanes open, which is really nice.
Yeah.
So they make the lanes easier.
That's interesting. And then what are your guys' favorite moments from the regular season so far? Because the regular season's behind you guys. What were just some memorable moments?
You're 7-9.
Dude, okay.
All right.
It was actually against Arkansas. So we were in Tulane, and I think this was we needed to win this match to make it to the
Like third, fourth, no.
first and second.
Yeah.
Yeah, to championship match. And it was against was it? No, it
No,
was
it was
against La Tech.
Yeah, it was against
actually.
La
It was
Tech.
against
This
La
was
Tech.
back in like November.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And I was anchoring and I threw the first shot and I thought it was a great shot.
Mhm.
And then I 7-10. So it's like the 2 on the back row.
Yes.
Which is very, very hard to make. Kind of got to get lucky. But so I got the one. Can't remember what we shot. But then the Juliana, their anchor, had to strike out to win, and she did.
Yeah.
And that was we like had lost, or no, I think we had another match after
We had another
that.
match. It was like we had the front 8,
Okay.
I think.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then Karina had split.
Split.
And then Haley threw a great shot. It was just like, boom. Like, I don't even know what it was, 7-9, 7-10 or whatever. And we were like,
Oh, it
are
wasn't
you
7-9.
kidding me? Like,
Yeah, sorry.
How are you going to leave that break?
Not 7-10, 7-9, my bad.
Still. And that's right. Does the season go by quick? I know we mentioned how it's very spread out because there's obviously, there's November, there's Christmas break and whatnot. Does it go by quick?
I feel like in the moment, no. But like after North Carolina, I'm like, wow, we
Like,
already bowled 9
almost
tournament.
done.
Because I remember sitting here when it was like January or whatnot, early January, and we're like, oh, the season's kicking back into high gear. And now here we are, March is already here. March is a crazy month, not only for college basketball, wrestling. You guys have quite the month too. So the regular season just flies by then. I mean, it flies by when we're having fun. And conference tournaments coming up for the first time because you guys are now in a conference. And funny enough, you guys are facing more of the similar teams. But to close out the regular season on a win, how much of a difference is it going like 1-2 on the final day of a tournament versus 0-3, especially with the travel involved as well?
I think it's nice, but also we didn't beat ourselves up too hard because we did have our best finish or our best record of the season. I think we were 11-2 for this tournament, which I'm pretty sure maybe Youngstown.
Besides Youngstown.
Oh yeah, that's true. So our second best.
Yeah, you guys got third at this one. Jack State, you guys ended with some hardware too. Got to leave with some hardware.
Yeah,
that's always nice to come back. Is you win that final match, ended on a win. I would say usually the flight back is usually better off a win, but then you got to throw in the shenanigans that happened for you guys.
Yeah.
So that's just how it is. But you made it back 4:00. What has the day been like for you guys? Get back at 4:00 as a college athlete. You have school going on, kind of the crunch time of spring break at the university. Is spring break?
I don't know because I don't think we get.
We don't
spring
get
break.
it because that's when conferences is. When
So so you guys don't get a break. Yeah, that's the life as a bowler. No break, school. So credit to you guys. That's a lot of stuff to manage. What was the day like so far for you guys today? Get back 4:00, get some sleep, I would assume.
Yeah.
And then what's the day been like for you guys? I'm just curious because I can't imagine getting back at 4:00 and being, all right, now I have a full day ahead of me.
Slow.
Yeah. And then now you guys are here.
Yeah.
Here at 8:00 on a Monday night. I'm grateful. I was like, uh-oh. Like I heard that, I'm like, oh, maybe they don't want to be. Maybe they, something comes up, you want to get some sleep. But hey, you guys are here. That's awesome to see. So we're gonna take a break here. We're gonna come back. We're gonna talk about postseason for bowling because we're finally here. You're listening to Beyond the Lanes with Desiree and Haley here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
Central and Western Nebraska, this one's for you. On March 7th, Love Nebraska brings the pro game to the Heartland Events Center in Grand Island for a 7 p.m. showdown with Love Salt Lake, presented by FNBO. No long drive, no watching from afar, just live action in your backyard, featuring powerful serves, high-flying attacks, and the kind of intensity that builds with every rally. This is your chance to experience Nebraska volleyball up close as the entire state comes together for one big night. Get your tickets now at lovbneb.com/tickets.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program by building a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
This is Jordy Ball for Anderson Ford. For years, Anderson has relied on an exceptional customer experience. But just this once, they're going to rely on a really great pitch.
Right now, lease a 2025 Ford F-150 for $199 per month.
Experience better at Anderson Ford.
Stock number 1007055. Previous service letter. $199 per month. Lease for 36 months with approved credit. 7,500 miles per year. 6,800 to assignee. No security deposit required. Tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from the Anderson Auto Group by 3/31/26. See dealer for details.
Stop into Zollner Florida Beatrice for Truck Month. Check out 0% financing with approved credit on all F-150s excluding Raptor. Or save up to $11,000 off MSRP on select 2025 SDX and XLT models in stock. Check out many service specials as well. $20 rebate on the Works package or up to $50 off new brakes and rotors. Maverick, Ranger, Super Duty, F-150, or Bronco. It's Truck Month at Zollner Florida Beatrice, Nebraska's volume dealer with the hometown service you expect.
Looking to get a room downtown or near South Lincoln? Abe Lincoln would tell you no to the Ford Theater and yes to Lincoln Hotel. Save up to 40% off downtown Lincoln prices with a nice clean room and comfortable stay. Lincoln Hotel is locally owned and offers a day pass to the city's largest locally owned gym, Good Life Fitness. Long-term stays are available. You can learn more about pricing and book your Lincoln Hotel stay today at staylnk.com or call 402-600-0565. That's staylnk.com or call 402-600-0565.
It's basketball season, and Salt Mine City is your pregame and postgame headquarters in the Haymarket for craft beers and great food. Get ready for the game with their big, fatty 7-ounce hamburger or try a Reuben sandwich served on Blackstone rye bread. And don't forget their beef or chicken nachos with guacamole, sour cream, jalapenos, and more. Wash it down with one of their 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager. Salt Mine City, your basketball headquarters, now open at 2 p.m. Monday through Thursday and 11 a.m. Friday through Sunday at 8th and R.
Let's fly. Your next trip starts at Lincoln Airport with American Airlines. Now flying nonstop service to Dallas, Fort Worth, and Chicago. American Airlines connects Lincoln to major hubs and destinations around the globe. Wherever you're headed, LNK gets you there with new nonstop flights on American Airlines.
Now boarding.
Convenient, fast, and stress-free. Book your next flight at LincolnAirport.com. LNK, make flying easy.
Have you been looking for home technology upgrades but don't know where to turn? Online information can be contradicting and confusing. Lincoln's own experts at Diode Technologies can turn your living room into the place to watch your favorite sports. Whatever your vision is, Diode Tech is ready to make it a reality. From home theaters to outdoor entertainment spaces, they bring you along through the entire process to make sure you get exactly what you want. If you're ready to upgrade your entertainment space, visit Diode Tech online at diodetech.net or give them a call at 402-793-5124.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions. Now back to Beyond the Lanes with Husker Bowling on 93.7 The Ticket.
Welcome back, Beyond the Lanes with Haley and Desiree. Nebraska Bowlers here at 93.7 The Ticket and theticketffm.com. If you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or on channel Allo961. Truly appreciate you. Haley and Desiree just wrapped up the Big Ten invite 2 weeks ago, and now they are back together here, back from North Carolina when they competed in Greensboro and got third place in that tournament, capping off with a win over North Carolina A&T, the host team in that tournament. But the regular season is behind you guys. The regular season goes by quick. We got done talking before the break about that. Gearing up for postseason. You know, it is March 2nd. March is here. It's gonna come quick. I mean, you do have time off. There's been weeks where you've had like 2 weeks off, then you go back and compete. It's kind of the same norm. But you guys are off until the start of the postseason when the Cornhuskers compete at the Conference USA Championships in Louisiana from March 19th to March 22nd. Having a conference meet, we've hinted at it a little bit. What is it like to have a conference meet now before postseason play kicks into high gear? Because there's been times where you've mentioned where you've had you finished the regular season. Oh, we're off until a couple months. We're off a month.
Yeah.
What's it like now to have that kind of meet there, not only for you guys, but also the rest of the conference?
I mean, I think it's good because it keeps us, I want to say, like, sharp. But it's like we don't have a month where we go without competing against other and, like, being in that competitive setting. So I think it's good. I'm glad we only have one because I was actually talking to one of the Jacks girls this weekend, and they have had they're going to have 5 consecutive tournaments. So, like,
regular season and that.
Yeah. So I think they went to, they had the Big Red. Did they go to?
It had to be
Big Red. It was.
Which team is this? Which team?
It was the Big Red, and then this weekend, and then they have bandy, sectionals, and then conference.
Yeah.
So it's 5 weekends in a row. I was like, oh heck no.
Which team is that?
Jacks.
Oh, Jacks. I mean, it feels like they're at every tournament, so I'm not entirely surprised.
Yeah, so
but
they don't get like no break.
They have no breaks. They're constantly going at it. So looking at the polls from February, Conference USA is absolutely stacked. And the conference meet, I hate to go back to wrestling with Ridge and Caleb. We talked about Nebraska. They're in a meet with Penn State, Ohio State, Iowa, Minnesota, and whatnot in the Big Ten Wrestling Championships, which is a very competitive conference. But women's Conference USA bowling might be the cream of the crop. I'm being honest with you. I mean, they have the rankings to back it up. Jack State, Vanderbilt, Arkansas State, Wichita State, Louisiana Tech, Nebraska. That's the top 6 teams right there. All of them in the same conference. I don't know what other league or conference in collegiate sports has that kind of depth. You guys are coming in facing the top 5 teams in the nation. You guys are right on the outskirts. February, the March polls have not come out yet for the Coaches Association for March, but as of right now, you guys sit number 6 from February's. I mean, you faced all these teams all year, and then you get a chance to face them one more time right before you may see them again in the postseason. I mean, just how excited are you guys for the opportunity once again to not only compete before postseason really kicks in high gear, but at this conference meet? Because not many teams have this kind of opportunity ahead of them. And now Nebraska is putting themselves in that conversation. What does it mean to you guys to be able to get out there in Louisiana in 17 days?
17 days.
Yep. See, it seems like it's a long time, but you get that opportunity, and 17 days are going to go by quick to get ready for postseason.
Yeah.
What are you just most excited to get out there and take from it? Because winning that entire thing would be an accomplishment itself, but just to get in there and play hard against those top other teams would have to be beneficial for postseason play.
I think I'm excited for like the environment, and I'm not positive. I don't really know. We haven't talked about how it's set up and like how we bowl it, but I'm kind of excited for the format of it too.
Do you know the format of it?
Is it mega matches?
I think so.
Explain to the viewers what that would look like.
Basically what we do in 3 days in one singular match.
Yeah. So we start out with the 5 or like the traditional games.
Okay.
And then whoever wins that gets a point. And then we'll go into the best of 5, total pinfall. Whoever wins that gets a point. So if the same team wins both, then you're done. But if one wins one wins the other, then you go into a best of 7 for a tiebreaker.
Interesting.
It takes like 4 hours.
It does. And
so
I think
exhausting.
I think that's why there's like a rule that you can only do 2 mega matches a day, which is why I think the length of the tournament is so long.
Yeah, it's like Wednesday to Sunday.
Yeah.
Is it really?
It's usually Thursday.
I think it's
or Friday to Sunday.
I think it's Thursday to Sunday. I think
Thursday. Okay, so maybe Friday's the practice.
Yeah, normally we don't bowl until Friday.
Yeah.
We do Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We don't normally bowl on Thursday unless it's a practice session.
Yeah, it is. March 19th is a Thursday and goes till Sunday, March 22nd. So is that a little weird for you guys to be able to kind of adjust, because you're so used to routine Friday, Saturday, Sunday competing, practice these days, and then travel days or whatnot, practice days, because you guys are probably gonna get out there. I don't know, probably because Wednesday will more than likely be like a practice there and get used to everything and whatnot.
I mean, we may leave Tuesday. Depends on how long it take with the flights.
Yeah.
What time we would get there on like leave on Thursday or Wednesday. Yeah. This thing
Still,
is confusing.
does that kind of get you a little bit out of routine having to compete on a Thursday?
I think so.
Yeah. I think we'll be fine though.
Exactly.
It's just a really long tournament. So I think that's what we're gonna
So
be more out of rhythm.
Yeah, so it starts on Thursday, the format with that. You have that Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I mean, there's so many different teams. So, of course, it's going to be exhausting, not only because of the days and the travel, but you also have the competition.
Yeah.
You're playing in a conference that is stacked. You'd rather be but in your situation, you'd rather be in the situation where you're competing against the best of the best than just having either one, no conference tournament, or two, playing in a conference where there's no we won the conference, but you have no competition.
Yeah.
How does that fare for you guys, knowing like, hey, we may not win this, but we're going to be battle tested because we're facing the best of the best?
I think it's good because it shows us how we stack up against these teams, especially going into actual postseason, like with regionals and nationals. Because we'll see the same teams at both places.
As mentioned, Jack State, Vanderbilt, you name it. There's a bajillion of them. There's so many good teams in this conference, and you guys get the best of the best. Not only those 4 days, but most of the season. I think that's funny how you guys end up like crossing paths with some of these teams throughout. It's just crazy how that works. But the season's winding down. Postseason, what's practice like now that the season's kind of kicking into high gear and the regular season behind you? Hey, this is what we have. You guys just kind of stick with it, or is it just kind of like, does the season kind of ramp up now that postseason's here?
I guess we'll find out tomorrow.
Yeah, we didn't have practice today, so I have no idea what he has planned for the rest of 2 weeks.
And it gives you guys that, I can't imagine getting back at 4:00 in the morning and having either, get back in the routine, get, classes, study or whatnot, and then be here. That's just a lot. With this conference tournament, any nerves going into it? Because have you guys ever been there in Louisiana for a competition like that?
Yes, it's the same bowling alley we bowled the Tulane tournament.
Really? At the beginning of the season, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's kind of a funny full circle moment.
Hopefully it won't be as hot as last time.
Oh my god.
It was hot.
What about it?
It was really hot in, what was it, November?
Yeah, and
we have to
especially
bring
in the
like
bowling
fans.
alley.
Yeah, in the bowling alley. Outside it felt great. In the bowling alley it was hot.
What was the temperature? Like what if you had to guess?
I'd probably say like 70 something.
Yeah, I'd
like
say
upper
like
70.
Upper 70, 75, but then plus all like the warm bodies and like
how many teams were at that one? Because you got to think you're throwing in, upper
12. No.
Now maybe I'll say between 12, 15.
Yeah.
Still, that's a lot of people.
Yes.
Each team carries a handful of players, coaches, fans, and then you have the temperature being like that.
Yes, because normally like I'll throw a shot and I'm the first one to put my jacket right back on because it's always cold in the bowling alley.
We were bringing, I think Ashton's dad brought us a couple fans, like the portable fans, and it was sticky. Like I was having to go up and like to an 8 with a velvet heel so I could actually slide.
Get like a towel to wipe off your hands and whatnot before. Is that like a legit? What is that a thing that bowling alleys are usually cold? Is that just usually? Is that just a?
Like Texas was freezing.
Yeah, it was. It's because like your hand can swell, which then can cause like your thumb to get stuck in the ball or your fingers not to go on your grips. And then like if you're sweating, you're also gonna drop it. So that's why a lot of people have rosin, which is like a white powder that comes out to dry out your hand and all.
Interesting. I never really looked at it that way. Like the temperature of the building can play a factor. Is this something that you guys look at when you guys are going into like the practice round and whatnot? Like, look, what's the temperature of this building? What is the environment like? You guys kind of play that into a factor, or is it just like that's just a rare occasion that happened?
We do, because it also affects the lane, like the oil on the lane. Like if it's colder, it tends to play longer, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And if it's hotter, then it tends to play like, I don't know how to explain.
Like it would hook more.
It's kind of like golf, like if you're hitting in the rough or whatnot.
Yeah, sort of. And then like also you take into play like, oh, did it rain this morning? The approaches are going to be sticky because it rained.
That's interesting. Because like you never really think like if I walked in the bowling alley, I just or a casual person would walk in and just be like, okay, it's a bowling alley. It's all each lane, each bowling alley has lanes. They have pins. They have a ball. You think you can just every tournament's the same no matter what? No, it's an environment. It's a different environment.
I saw it this weekend, like on the practice pair. I was down on 1 and 2, and I was sliding maybe 32. The ball was going right back to the pocket. Like I had a pretty decent amount of hook. Then I go down to lane 40, and I stand in the same place, throw the same line, and it washes out, and it would not move. And I had to move back like 10 to the right and throw it at the head pin for it to move because my ball just would not move. It was also freezing cold down there
because there was,
and it was warm at 1 and 2.
I think like the first starting lane was 5 and 6, so that's like obviously 4 lanes over from 1 and 2. And I think we ended. I think the last pair that someone was bowling a match on was 31-32. So you had 33 to 40. There's absolutely nobody. Over
so
there.
It's colder over there.
It was freezing.
That's interesting because now it's like you have to like game plan like, all right, it's hotter in this area, but it's colder over here. That completely changes how you could perform.
I can. And obviously lanes too. I mean, this weekend, this place, I think coach said was 30
something years old.
30 plus years old.
Wow.
And you could tell, like, we did our practice session on one pair on Thursday, and like when you got really far left, when you laid your ball down, there was a crack in the lane, and so your ball almost went over a bump, and you could see it, and then it would keep going, which can also affect it.
That's wild. Before we go to break, before we go to our Mount Rushmore, after having a week off, I wanted to talk about what is going on Sunday. Sunday here at the Ticket, International Women's Day. We are doing International Women's Day, and you two are going to be a part of it. It sounds like I don't know when that is. Schedule still to be determined fully what everybody's doing. I don't want to confirm it yet on the air because then you guys are locked in for a certain time slot. But you guys are a part of it, and I mean, from your guys' point of view, when that topic kind of got thrown into the up in the air, obviously there are a lot of hats being worn to get that all together. We are lucky to have so many women shows on the show. You know, from you guys to the other bowlers to the golfers to the shows that are on Sundays and Saturdays and whatnot. We have so many different shows, and many people. We have Rayleigh Coe, the tennis player, you name it. I mean, I'm obviously missing some, but we have so many different ones. What's it mean to kind of be a part of that and be able to kind of lead that, not only for you guys, but also for the station and to represent that for that day?
I think it's really important. I think for our sport in particular, I think women, like, it's very hyped up for college, and then it's kind of like dwindles down. You don't really hear about the women's side of PBA that much as you would men, or it's not broadcasted on like ESPN like men's is. So like college is the top, and then you hear about all the women bowling in college, and it's
you don't
bigger than
hear about it in the pros.
Yeah.
And that's cool. And you guys get to be a part of that and be able to be a part of the, like, how many hours we're doing a coverage. I think we're doing 24. I think we're playing replays of shows overnight. And then starting, I think it was like 8:00 in the morning that Sunday, first show comes in, and then some people are leading the post game. And it's awesome to see, just because that representation we have here in Lincoln, because from my point of view, it's cool that we have so many different women who are able to take time out of their day, come down here and share their story. Because you look at many other schools, I don't think they have bowling as a hour a week, more than an hour a week, because Kayla and Jill have their show too.
Yeah.
And it's a privilege to sit in with you guys. I will say that. I have been doing this for a couple months now, and I enjoy my Sunday nights, my Monday nights with you. My days are all mixed up because, you guys mentioned the 4 a.m. or whatever. I get back at 4 a.m. But we're going to go break. We're going to be back for a Mount Rushmore, and we'll see what the topic is when we come back, because last week I had to fill in, but we'll see how it goes. 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
Good morning, Breakers. This is Scott Miller from Midwest Bank. When I recently joined Midwest Bank, I was immediately impressed by our exceptional service. My first customer made the switch from a large corporate bank and didn't have to wait in line or call a 1-800 number. We treated him like family. He now visits the bank just to say hello. While other banks go corporate, we stay Nebraska. Visit us at midwest.bank or drop by a branch today. Your community, your bank. Midwest Bank. Member FDIC.
Are you looking for a fresh new hangout spot? Let me tell you about Liquid Assets Sports Bar, where Mondays mean new weekly drink and food features. With 23 taps, a full lineup of cans and bottles, and 40 TVs blasting every sports package out there, you'll never worry about missing a play. Savor high-end spirits at their stylish top-shelf bar, enjoy a healthy menu, family-friendly atmosphere, and catch all of your favorite teams every day. Doors open daily at 11 a.m. Liquid Assets Sports Bar, located at 2755 Jamie Lane in South Lincoln.
Looking to get a room downtown or near South Lincoln? Abe Lincoln would tell you no to the Ford Theater and yes to Lincoln Hotel. Save up to 40% off downtown Lincoln prices with a nice clean room and comfortable stay. Lincoln Hotel is locally owned and offers a day pass to the city's largest locally owned gym, Good Life Fitness. Long-term stays are available. You can learn more about pricing and book your Lincoln Hotel stay today at staylnk.com or call 402-600-0565. That's staylnk.com or call 402-600-0565.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC. And right now at Koppel, we are offering big discounts on all of our inventory. 2026 GMC Terrains are leasing at $279 per month or buy for $27,690. 2026 Canyon is leasing for $269 or buy for $40,980. Also right now, all new Equinox EVs and all half-ton trucks are starting at $12,000 off MSRP. These are just a few examples of some of the aggressive pricing going on right now at Koppel. Please stop on in or check us out at koppelcars.com. All these with $2,500 down with a roof credit.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
When you live a tobacco-free life, you're free to live more fully. You're free to be more active and to breathe easier when you are, to be more present with family and friends, and to enjoy food and drinks more fully without nicotine dulling your senses. Tobacco-free can mean better physical health, mental health, and financial health. Giving up tobacco can give you more life. Learn more at quitnow.ne.gov. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired in association with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Looking for a financial partner that truly makes a difference? Modern Woodman is a member-owned fraternal financial services organization. We can help you plan for all stages of life, from protection to saving to retirement. We also offer member benefits, social activities, and volunteer opportunities to help your family and community.
I'm Sean Erickson, your Modern Woodman representative in Lincoln. Call me at 402-483-6515 to start the conversation.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
When it comes to concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction doesn't stall. They go for the takedown. As Nebraska's full-service concrete contractor, they stay in bounds, hold inside position, and never forfeit quality. Whether it's foundations, flatwork, or concrete coatings, they elevate performance and pin down results that win every time. Stevens & Smith Construction is a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket. Because when it's time to wrestle with concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction slams expectations.
Now back to Beyond the Lanes with Husker Bowling on 93.7 The Ticket.
Welcome back, Beyond the Lanes with Haley and Desiree. Before we wrap up, we are doing a Mount Rushmore, and this one is going to involve, what is the topic, ladies? This is your guys' show. I'll let you guys run it. Our topic is I'll say it now since I already spoiled it.
Sorry.
It is our top female athletes to go in with the top women's athletes in sports. This is a tough one. There's so many different names you could say, so many different names on that list. Who are they? You guys are up for this one. This is the tough one. I know there's a lot of thought been into this one. Who you got?
My first one is Gabby Douglas.
Yep, as a staple. I think that's one you have to have. Not the one I was talking. So before the break, I was talking some that you could. What are some of the top? I was hinting at like one that I'd name off the top of my head as number one. But it's sports, not just basketball, not just whatever Olympics. There are so many different ones. Desiree, who's your number one?
Alyssa Liu from.
Yeah,
she's good.
Recency, but
I'm like recency, but also like her story. Like, what is it? Had one whatever at like age 13, youngest or whatever, and then retired at 16, and then came back. And then in free skate, 1 gold.
Recency, but it is
nobody really comes back in figure skating unless you that, or like it. Not necessarily no one comes back, but it's very hard to, especially because she took. What is she 20 now, and she retired at 16,
and then come back.
That's a lot of break right there.
All right, round 2.
My second one is Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, basketball. I mean, obviously,
yeah.
Iowa. I know Iowa fan.
I know.
Nebraska, but hey, I mean, she was worth watching in college. Still is worth watching in the WNBA with the Indiana Fever as well.
Mine's Paige Beckers.
Paige Beckers. Ooh, sticking with basketball. I mean, yeah, that's another one. Won a national championship at UConn, and then making her name for herself with Dallas and playing an unrivaled. Dropped 29 points the other night. That's another one that has to be up there. So
sorry.
We're gonna struggle over here, but we're halfway through. Who's next?
Okay, don't get mad at me if I pronounce it wrong, but Huta Lirdum?
I don't know off the top of my head.
So she's the figure skater.
Yes.
Jake Paul's fiance.
Yes, she's a speed skater.
Speed skater
from the Netherlands. Yes.
I think she's great.
Olympics. Yes. Number 3.
Gabby Thomas, track and field.
Track and field. Yep.
Yes.
Summer Olympics.
She's great in that 400 and 200.
The Olympians, how fast they can be, blows me away. How you think like you've seen the college track and they're fast, but then you go to the Olympics, it's like crazy fast how fast they are. All right, wrap us up here.
My 4 is Alex Morgan.
Yep, soccer. She's a part. I mean, of soccer history. I mean, that's just how.
I'm not a big soccer fan, but I've always. I just think she's
the wins,
sick.
the World Cup wins, just at the high level. Playing NWSL, retired. Really, really good player. I mean, all these are really good people and really good athletes. But wrap us up, Desiree. Who you got?
Coco
Gauff, tennis currently.
Ooh, she's good.
So my one I was hinting at was Serena Williams.
That's what I was thinking about, but I was like,
because when you mentioned Beth, she started at a young age and she was so dominant for such a long time.
She did.
And then like Coco Gauff, it was the inspiration. Serena Williams, she looked up to Serena, and I think that is one of the ones that was interesting to me because I was like, when I remember watching Serena, she dominated for decades.
Yeah,
and she was one, and then role model, and then Coco Gauff comes around. Coco Gauff, still young, still really talented too.
That's like more where I started watching tennis. So
exactly, but her inspiration was from Serena Williams, and she's talented. Show me the list again. I got to pick a winner. This is a tough one.
I can't really see Paige, but
I know what you said. I was here listening. I think I'm gonna give this one's very tough. I'm gonna give Desiree this one. Coco Gauff.
Oh no,
this is a very tough one. So there's the win. Paige Becker. I mean, you had Caitlin Clark, but Paige Becker is also their national champion.
Yeah.
They're both really good athletes. And they still have room to grow too. Like Coco Gauff and Paige Becker. A lot of those people named are still young and still competing. Alex Morgan did what she did. Very tough. This might have been the toughest one. Very good topic.
You're welcome.
Very good. Very tough. They'll be back on Sunday, International Women's Day. They'll be a part of the coverage that is here on 93.7 The Ticket. But until then, you guys have a week off before Carmen Tuesday bowling kicks in high gear. So they'll be back next Monday, 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. We'll be back. Raf's Good Take on Sports come up next here on the
If you're a farmer, you need to hear this game-changing news about crop insurance. It's now possible to protect up to 95% of your farm's revenue, not at the county level, but down to your individual fields. At Trados, we help farms design protection that works with their marketing plan.